Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmi, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Another episode of Habari Live, where we keep you updated with the news, sports, and entertainment throughout the week. Like always, we are all the way live from Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's get it going. Yeah. Another week, man. We're going to try to keep you guys updated with some of the stuff that's going on this week. We don't have a guest today. I don't know what went on with our scheduling situation, but I guess we messed that up. I don't know. Who knows? But let's talk about some news this week, man. Run the News Weekly.
Now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipleen Ellison. Sponsored by...
News. It's been a crazy week in the news, man. A lot of stuff going on from where we have storms on the West Coast, storms on the East Coast, a lot of things going on. But we do have former Proud Boy member Ethan Norton, Dominic Pizzillo are all sentenced for their role in January 6 attacks. Man, I was looking at this thing, and I think they said it was like 1,400 people that's been arrested so far and convicted.
How many?
It's like 1,400.
Wow.
It was something like that. It was a lot. But two former members of the far-right Proud Boys extremist group were sentenced Friday for their roles in the January 6th on the U.S. Capitol, one of whom received a sentence that is tied for the longest in January 6 cases. U.S. District Judge Timothy Kelly sentenced Ethan Norton to 18 years in prison. Former Proud Boy Dominic Pizzola was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Norton's sentence is tied for the longest for any defendant charged in connection with the Capitol attack. Oath Keepers leader Stuart Rhodes was sentenced to 18 years in prison in May. And handing down the sentences for the Norton and Pizzola, Judge Kelly accepted the government's recommendation to apply an enhancement that effectively labeled their crimes as acts of terrorism. So in seeking to influence the actions of government through threats and use of force. So these cats, man, I don't know what they was thinking, man, but they paying the ultimate price. You know what I mean? I mean, not the ultimate, but they paying a big price. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of time, man. If you got kids, you got family, that sucks. Nobody wants to be away from your kids and family, and you did all this,
especially for that many years. But
in the name of racism,
you made a decision, so
following Trump,
right?
Now you go sit in the jail for 18 years, federal crime, because you got to do 80% of that. So ain't no getting out doing half of it. You got to do 80.
You got to do day for day.
Yeah, you're done. So yeah, man, that's good news because they deserve it. You know, they hollering and screaming with Black Lives Matter, what they did during when people were having peaceful marches, and the police react like they're gonna storm places and tear things down. When we see these people that's Oath Keepers and Proud Boys openly carrying AK-47s and AR-15s to the Capitol, and the police don't have a problem with that.
Right.
But peaceful people with signs, they locking it down. They got guns everywhere. But they block roads for the Proud Boys and let them come through. That's the crazy part. And then who does the crazy stuff? Them. You know, I mean, that's the craziest thing you can do. Try to overrun your capital, your government. These people burnt down. They did burn down a police station though in Minnesota. That was pretty bad. But it's not overthrowing the government. It's not in the same realm. And a lot of people died on January 6th because of the actions of these people. You know, people do get in hurt situations when they're doing these marches. People do get hurt. Sometimes people die. But for the most part, these things are innocent, and they're very, very safe. for the most part when they're doing these marches for rights and black rights and other things in that realm. Another story we got here is we got a white teen charged with attempted murder after allegedly trying to drown a black juvenile.
Wow.
The teenager has been indicted by a grand jury on attempted murder and assault with a dangerous weapon for allegedly trying to drown a juvenile in a pond in Chatham, Massachusetts, according to the Cape and Island District Attorney Robert J. Gileabio, something like that. The indicted teen, he's only 14, who the district attorney said is known to the court, met the victim, a third juvenile, a white male, at a local pond on July 18th. After arriving, the indicted teen allegedly picked up a stone and threatened the black juvenile, calling him a racial slur, the N-word. The black teen put on a life jacket and told the other juveniles he could not swim. According to the district attorney, when the juveniles entered the water, the indicted juvenile allegedly began to pull on the victim's life jacket and submerge him underwater for 4 to 5 times, causing the victim breathing distress. The district attorney said the other white juvenile laughed at the victim during the apparent attempted drowning and referred to the victim as George Floyd. Wow. Referring to the black man who was killed by white police officer in May in Minnesota. Officials say the indicted juvenile swam underneath the victim and attempted to grab his feet to pull the victim underwater.
Wow.
So they was, you know what I'm saying? This is 1925 type stuff, man. You know, that's just crazy, man. Calling him George Floyd and the N-word. And it's crazy that, you know what I'm saying, Massachusetts, Boston and Massachusetts is one of the most racist states in the country.
Yep.
And they can say they're from the north, but man, Boston and Massachusetts, man, so much racist stuff come up out of there, man. It's so crazy how them people are out there, man. Like how you trying to say you're better than the South when you can't really say that. When so much racial hate stuff comes out of these places, it's ridiculous, man. That's taught by his parents that it's okay to do these type things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? His dad saying this, and that's who he's hearing it from. His mama. And he take
His
that
parents.
to school. Yeah, man. Or whoever. Somebody in his family or somebody that's
Somebody,
close to him and raised them up racist. And then want to sit around and say the number one thing that's a problem is in America is fake racism. That's what they think. It's not real racism and the racist problems that we have with economics and environment. The
What's
number
fake
one
racism?
problem is seeing racism where it's not there. That's what they think we all do. It's not racism. It's never racism. You get called an N-word, get called George Floyd.
But that's not being racist.
It's not right. It's never racism. That's what they believe. This is what they believe. They never think it's racism. That's just their thought. We're overseeing racism. That's what they think we do.
If somebody tell you something and they tell you, I think that's offensive, I think that was racist, believe it was racist.
But they have their own idea of what racism is. You know, these are type people that will argue with you about what's racist. Face whiter than the pillowcase. And they'll tell you what racism is and what it isn't. And how it should affect you and how you should react to it. Mm-hmm. You know, I do think some people sometimes we do let it lead our lives a little bit too much. Because you know what can we do? People are gonna hate us. There's nothing you can do. We try to help our neighborhoods and try to get these companies, just like we was watching the other day.
I was just about to say,
and these companies, how they putting them in the black neighborhoods, and they releasing all this pollution into the neighborhood. East St. Louis was the same. Mm-hmm. Where they polluted it all with all these, the jobs. People came for the jobs.
The air quality.
But the air quality and the chemicals in the ground are killing the kids. The lead, just making our kids mentally behind because it makes them mentally unstable.
And we're having greater risks of
cancers, all type
obesities,
diseases,
blood pressures.
And what can you do but
dementia,
move out of your neighborhood?
Respiratory diseases.
Right. If you can't afford to move out of the neighborhood.
Right.
If you can't, you're just stuck there and just generations after generations breathing
it's cycle
this
after
mess.
cycle.
So, yeah, man. And then these same people try to act like there's no racism. There's no such thing. You're making it up. So, whatever, dude. Anyway, let's move on to this Trump story, man. We got um it's pretty much a Trump era rule change, allowing the logging of old growth forests violates the law. Uh, he said that they shouldn't be able to. I guess they shouldn't be able to do that. For the logging of old growth forests in the Pacific Northwest violates several laws. U.S. Magistrate Judge Andrew Hallman on Thursday found that the U.S. Forest Service violated the National Environment Policy Act, the National Forest Management Act, and the Endangered Species Act when it amended a protection that had been in place since 1994. Now, this is the type of stuff that Trump dumbass was doing when he was in office. Endangering species because they don't care about Republicans don't care about the environment.
Nope, they don't.
They don't care. Only thing they care about is money. They kill everything, murder everything. We don't care. Money. I got a lot of money though.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but like this white shot of you two looks amazing.
Thank you.
Whatever.
I mean, y'all still ugly, but like the white shot is great.
But you know, the judge in the Trump case in Georgia has ruled that his case will be streamed on YouTube.
Well, I mean, they always have the option to put it on TV or put it on other situations.
It said that it was multiple media outlets that had requested to have cameras be in the courtroom. And the judge was like, well, I normally stream all of my cases anyway on YouTube. So this case will follow the same pursuit and will be streamed on YouTube.
On his page.
On the
city government page.
On the city government YouTube page.
Okay. Well, that'll get them a lot of traction.
But Trump also pled not guilty to his 13-count indictment on Thursday. So yeah, Trump waived his right to appear in his arraignment hearing. So in doing so, that said that he was pleading not guilty to his 13-count indictment charge in Georgia.
Not guilty, okay. So, I mean, Trump, he's in a lot of stuff, man. So we'll see what happens on him. Going on Trump again. Talking about him, he isn't helping fund any of his co-defendants in the Georgia case. They are struggling with mounting legal bills. Some of Donald Trump's co-defendants in the sprawling election subversion case in Georgia are trying all sorts of ways to fund their mounting legal bills. Yet the cost of the 2020 election fallout may quickly exceed their abilities to pay. At least 4 have turned to crowdfunding online, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay for the defense lawyers. One now has a political action committee to help with legal fees. Another has an ally in Congress vowing to support his legal defense.
Wow.
While another ended up spending nearly a week in jail because he initially couldn't afford to hire an attorney, and that was the black man. No coincidence on that.
Right.
Trump has covered the legal bills of aides, advisors, and employees during the House Select Committee's probe into January 6th, and federal investigations included his 2 co-defendants in the classified documents case, Walt Nawada and Carlos de Oliveira, both of whom worked for the former president. Everybody that worked for this dude,
they want Trump to pay for their legal fees.
I mean, he the ones that put him in this mess.
He should be responsible for their legal fees.
You know what I mean? You put me in this mess, dog. You got to help me out. We trying to help you. We're behind you, and everything you doing is illegal, and we about to go to jail.
Right? He like, I don't care. Y'all can go to jail. I'm not going.
People got families to feed. No, he's not gonna go. It's just gonna be all the people that can't afford the defense and afford to do everything. He's gonna get a pass somehow. Let's do it. Run it.
Because they try to
welcome a couple things.
has
and bag everybody.
Because they try to
welcome a couple things
has
and bag everybody.
Habari Live. We got what you a film major?
Yeah, I'm a small filmmaker.
Filmmaker. All right. And
Yep.
what's your Henry?
Yep, my name is Henry.
Henry. All right, man. Just gonna sit in with us, talk a little bit about some news and what's going on in the world. What we got next? We were just talking about Trump, man. Let's go into this Tennessee inmate. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
They
we got Tennessee inmate gives birth to baby alone in her jail cell. She had been assessed by a nurse less than an hour earlier. A woman incarcerated in Middle Tennessee gave birth alone in her cell earlier this week, less than an hour after she was assessed by a nurse at the facility. Authorities said the pregnant inmate, being housed in a medical pad at the Montgomery County Jail, told a deputy that she needed medical care about 11:30 a.m. Sunday. A licensed practical nurse checked on her a few minutes later, followed by a registered nurse at 11:54, according to a statement at the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. After the follow-up assessment, the medical staff left the cell but continued to assess the situation and order additional medical tests. The sheriff's officer said deputies continued to check on the inmate during this time. How, when you went a whole hour without checking on her? She done had a whole baby. You ain't checking on nobody.
right.
That sounds crazy. I mean, they kill me, man, and they just talked over it. Like, oh, we checked on it. Is it a whole hour went by?
My thing is, why didn't the licensed practical nurse or the registered nurse say, okay, she's in labor, she needs to go to the hospital right now, she's this far dilated?
Well, I don't know if I think they have the babies in the ward there in jail. I don't know. I'm not for sure how they do that. I don't know if they have I don't know.
Regardless, she had two nurses.
Somebody should have known something.
Both of them nurses should have known how far along she was ready to go into labor.
This is the reason why we have these problems in this country, because people don't care, man. They looked at her and just was like, she's in jail, who nobody cares, and went on with their lives. It's pretty crazy, man. She sat there and had that whole baby, man, by herself, sitting there for an hour.
And you know that girl was in there hollering and screaming in pain.
I don't care, man. Less than an hour earlier. She's pregnant. Y'all should be checking on her every 15 minutes.
Every 10.
10, 15 minutes, right, for sure. There's no reason for that. And they should have camera on her. She's pregnant. Why ain't someone watching her? Like, what's going on? Man, I don't understand this shit, man, sometimes, man.
I mean,
just ignorant,
police don't care about nothing or nobody. Because in Ohio, the police said that 21-year-old Takia Young was accused of shoplifting alcohol.
Oh, yeah, I saw this case.
While pregnant.
Right.
Visibly pregnant, shoplifting alcohol. But it wasn't her fault. It was a store employee who pointed to her while she was sitting in her car and told the police that she was the one that took alcohol out the store, when it was multiple other people that had took alcohol out the store and just ran. So a bunch of people apparently did a beer run, whatever, and she gets pointed out by one of the store employees while she's sitting in her car. The officer knocks on the door and tells her, "Hey, get out the car." She's like, "What's going on?" And she's like visibly scared in the video. Put the car in drive and try to drive off. An officer that was in front of the car that moved from the side, he walked all the way around the car and stood right in front of her car as she was starting to drive the car. And he shot through the windshield and killed her and her unborn baby. 21, pregnant, mother of 2 already.
Man, number one, I mean, I just wish that our police would. I just wish we would take a step back, man. I don't know what they are trained. I don't understand what this people are gonna do dumb shit.
Right.
So why, when the police do dumb shit, when people do dumb shit, the police's reaction is to do something extra dumb. Yeah, she did something dumb by trying to drive off. Why are you gonna try to stand in front of her? Why make it worse? Is it really this deep over?
Why aim at the windshield to shoot her? I mean, you couldn't aim at the tire to shoot the tire on the car? She
shouldn't even stepped in front of the car to make it to that situation.
Right. It was the police officer literally walked himself in front of the vehicle and stood there as she was proceeding to drive the car.
That put himself,
"Oh, now I'm scared," shot.
Right. You put yourself in a situation you shouldn't have to. If you seen that this girl was trying to drive off, you step off to the side. You say, "All right, look, she's trying to run. She's going to
Let's get the license plate number.
Get the plates.
And go back and get her later."
You don't chase her. You slowly chase her. You know what I mean? She's not going to get away. You guys have a car. What are you doing?
Right.
Why did you step in front of that? I don't know how that's protocol. Someone's trying to drive. The
car literally did like this. Boop and pow.
Yeah, and the only thing
it barely moved. Like you could tell she just put it in gear, and
she tried to run me over.
Yep, and that's exactly what they're saying. That's exactly what the police in Ohio are saying. Well, she tried to run him over with the moving car.
And 9 times out of 10, if it goes to a grand jury,
she didn't listen to commands.
Yep. If it goes to a grand jury, they're gonna win. He's gonna get away with this.
She had the windows up on her car, and she wasn't listening to commands of the police telling her to get out the car.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. But we got Mitch McConnell, man. I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't really want to make a joke out of this, but a lot of people do. Because, you know what I mean? I think it's scary. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a big Mitch McConnell fan.
Yeah, the jokes are getting old.
They really are.
I'm not gonna laugh at the dude, because this is serious, man. I mean, this is life or death. The dude, I think he is a piece of shit. Now, he's been that way for as long as he's been in office. But I don't want to see the dude die.
My only question is,
I don't want to watch him die.
Why did they medically clear him to continue working?
They did. I don't know. They did. I don't know what type
there has to be some sort of mental.
He did go through it, and they said he's good.
He's got
maybe
dementia.
He just smoked some good blunts, man. Maybe he just smoked some good weed or something. He just
went up there and just
he just hides a motherfucker. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, dog, man. It's just this.
But it's like they keep saying though, like, since this is the second time
medicine that he's taking too. It could be some. It could be something, because if they're clearing him, they're saying, all right, he's all right. But maybe it's something that's messing with him. He's having some ill effects from.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. If he's taking some sort of medication, or if he's got whatever illness or whatever's going on with him, how are they still medically clearing him if he's visibly like this in front of people on live
twice,
TV.
Though. It's not all the time. So obviously when he did the physical with the doctor, he was good. It happened.
They cleared him the first time. They're going to clear him the second time. How many more times is this going to have to happen to him before they tell him he has to sit at home? He can't. He's no longer able to do his job. Well, he just needs to retire.
Anyway, calls for McConnell to step aside are coming from some of his allies. The conservative publication, the National Review, which 3 years ago bestowed the title Master of the Senate on McConnell, today is calling for Republicans to begin the process of replacing him. McConnell is among the more controlled and calculating lawmakers in U.S. history, and after his repeated inability to answer questions during portions of his news conference, the National Review editor suggested calculations and prudence are required now. This gives us the no pleasure to say this, National Review editor-in-chief Rich Lowry said in this CNN Morning News on Friday. I think he's one of the most effective, and consequential senator leader in memory. I mean, he definitely has helped them cheat a lot. He helped them cheat to get the Supreme Court stuff because they wouldn't give Obama Merrick Garland. They cheated to put in judges all across the country. They've cheated, and Mitch has been the leader. But, I don't know, man. I think he should step down so we don't have to watch him die. And, that's just how I feel. The man he just looks bad. And, Kentucky, I don't understand why they keep voting for this dude. But they got 5th grade education out there, so.
They do, don't they?
Arizona can't say much more. We suck.
We rank 48.
Yeah, we're pretty bad. Can't read a lick. But that's what Republicans want to do, man. They want to take away public school. They want us dumb. They want to take it away. Only the rich can afford school. Dumb people have to stay dumb. They can't pull themselves out of poverty if they can't read. They can't go to college if they're not in high school. And the public schools are trash. And you can't go to no. They love it. This is the way they like their states.
Yep.
It's crazy. But this is the way they like it. They love it that people can't have good schools. And they're taking public school vouchers and giving it to private schools.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. They're giving money, tax money, to private company. Here you go. Take this money here.
And if your child lives in a district where there is a private school and you decide to take your child to, if there's a public school in your district where you live, and you decide, I'm going to take my child to private school and I'm going to pay tuition for my child to go to school. Now your tax dollars on top of the tuition that you paying,
right,
is going to that private school.
It's ridiculous.
Versus going to that public school.
And these private schools don't need money.
They don't.
Why are we giving money? What are we handing them
money for?
You're
a private school. Your whole goal is to make money off the parents.
They already have great schools. Why are we
You're making
giving them
money
more
off
money?
Parents. You're requiring parents to pay tuition.
And we're going to give them even more money from the taxpayers.
Right.
And every state that has done this is in 49th to 45th place. The worst places for education. And that's the way they want it, man. I guess this is, like I said, this is their plan. I was reading it the other day. This is their plan. They want people to be dumb. The mission is to have people as dumb as possible,
and
so
that's
you can
why
keep voting.
Arizona is probably the biggest state that offers school choice.
Dumb. School choice is ignorant. It's dumb as hell. It's just dumb.
Your child should be required to go to school within the district they live in.
No, this shouldn't be. If you have the ability to go to a private school, you can go there.
Right.
But if your money from your area you live in is going to that school that you live in, I don't care what you're talking about. You don't have to go there, but your money is going to make sure that that school
to that public school
is good. You can go to somewhere else, go to private school. That's fine. You got the money to do it.
Right.
But your tax money is going to this public school. Period. And this if you live in a horrible neighborhood, a bad zip code, that just automatically means you have a bad school in America.
Yep.
And that is terrible. And that is bad. And we need to redo that and rethink that, because that is there's no way. And you can sit there and laugh at the poor people forever because they're never going to get out the hole if their education systems is not bringing them out of that way. It's terrible. But anyway, run some sports, man.
Habari Sports.
I'm just gonna start it off like this. The Cardinals suck, bro. We're in big trouble. I don't know what else to say. How many games is it? 17 now? 16?
17.
16, 17, whatever it is. We're going 0-17. We probably won't win a game, man. It's gonna be bad. ESPN released this list of 100 top players in the league, and the Cardinals didn't have one person on there. 100 players, man, and not one of them.
Not one bird.
Not one from the Cardinals, bro. We are trash. 100? Man, dog. That is really, really disappointing, man. We're bad, man.
Mr. Retta said he's going to take on purpose to get better drafts next year.
I think that's what we're doing, man. I think we're tanking. They said it's a quarterback or something that's out there.
That quarterback, they was
hopefully it's a quarterback that's in college that's good, that's coming out next year or something, and we're going to trade Kyler Murray. I don't know what's going on, man, but this is not it. So also, to make matters worse this week, our coach has been roasted online because he had an awkward motivational speech, and it's
bad all around.
It's just bad, man. The video's out there. You people want to look it up. The video's out there of Jonathan Gannon, his motivational speech for the Cardinals.
Look, this is how they talking in my fantasy league on the chat. They said with their pick in the 2024 NFL draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Joe Milton III, quarterback from Tennessee.
I don't know. Isn't there a Manning coming out?
I think
there's a Manning coming soon.
One of them Manning brothers?
No, son. I think he's the
son.
He's a nephew, or I think he's the son of the one that didn't make it to the league.
Yeah, he's like a nephew or something like that. But he's redshirted and still in college, so I think he's still probably got.
Oh, he redshirted? Okay.
Yeah, I don't even think he's starting this year.
Because this year he probably would have been a freshman this year.
Yeah, I think he's like a freshman.
So they usually redshirt that freshman year, play that sophomore just to get their body together. Play that
Arch
sophomore.
Manning.
Yeah, Arch. Yeah, he's the one. If you should be tanking, it should be for him. Because you know that boy gonna be cold. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be good. He's just the pedigree. You know what I mean? They got generations of killers from that family, from the pops to his kids on to the next generation.
Well, they're gonna have to get him out of Texas because that's where he's going this year.
Yeah, I think he
committed to Texas.
He went to Texas. Yeah, he didn't go to I think his pops went to Mississippi, if I ain't mistaken, to the Rebels.
Yeah, he went to Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss. And he said no, I'm going to
Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Clemson, and Virginia was his suitors.
Oh,
he
man.
chose Texas.
I don't know, man. If we start Colt McCoy, man, I think that they released him this week or something. I think they did re-release Colt McCoy. I don't know, bro. We're just in trouble, man. It's just gonna be a bad year, man. I'm not looking forward to it. We released every player that was halfway good. We was like, we can't pay you. We released him. So I mean,
he's Cooper Manning's son.
Yeah, that's the one that didn't make it to the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know. That's when you're somebody like that, and I think he's the middle. You know what I mean? And
Cooper?
Yeah, is he the middle or
he
the oldest?
He the oldest.
He
He went to Ole Miss first,
yeah,
but then he ended up having like a career-ending injury in college. That's the reason why Peyton Manning didn't go there, and he ended up going to Tennessee.
Okay, you know more about the history than I do. That's good. Shit, because them boys just was good family, man. A good family that grew up in football, man. And that's if I had sons, that would be my mission to make sure that I don't know if they would do football because that shit's tough. Basketball. But what else you got? You got anything for sports today, Jimmy? No. No hoops, man. Football is around the corner. Was that the last preseason game last week? Anybody know?
I believe so, because I believe I'm a Steelers fan. I believe they they went undefeated in the preseason. So I think the preseason about over. And in September, so had to get a thumbs down on that one.
I mean, it's a good team to go for, man. Shit, they got a better chance of winning than the Cardinals do.
Big question with hoops. I got a question to ask you from. So a big thing that happened this summer with LeBron James' son, Bron. Do you think his career is over?
Yep.
Man, I mean,
if it's not over, he's going to be highly monitored.
Well, it's going to affect his draft status a lot. It matters if teams want to win, if they're going to willing to take the chance on him. I don't know if I would. And it's also, you know, no matter how the tests come out. If the test comes out that
I mean, if we're being honest, LeBron has a lot of hearsay to like whatever team, like you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. So like I'm sure,
but the enlarged heart, man,
he could push for the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So one thing I was seeing, I don't know if it's fully true or not, because it's been like all types of stuff going on, like outside since it happened. But they say he got like a congestive like heart defect or something.
Yeah.
Like
that. So that's
I think it's enlarged. It's enlarged, right? I thought it was. His heart is larger than normal. Something like that.
Heart.
Something like that. I don't know for sure, but I know that yeah, I'm afraid for the kid's career. You know what I mean? But he's young. He's good to go. He's already set for life. But hey, man, yeah, man, his career is it's dangling right now. But I would rather him see that and find out before something bad happens to him and he dies on the court or something like that. Right. But we have seen players come back from heart ailments though and come back and play, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Jeff Green was one. They just won a championship in Denver.
Jeff Green, and he came back. He's still dunking on people.
Yeah, so I mean, you never know with today's technology, they might be able to do it.
LaMarcus Aldridge, they made him retire for a little bit, and then he came back, and he had some heart issues. But I think he played his whole career, and they didn't find out until later in his career about that situation. So
right, but they're finding out this early in his career. So.
But he may be able to still play.
If he does, it'll affect his draft
60-70% chance right now. Yeah, and that's the thing. Teams don't want to take the chance. They don't want to have another situation.
It's going to affect his draft.
Hank Gathers or these other players that died on the court. Nobody wants that to happen on their team. So,
in other news,
what you got?
It's sad to say, but Phoenix Mercury will miss the playoffs this year, ending the WNBA's longest active streak.
It's tough. It was tough this year, man.
It was.
BG was, she was in and out. She wasn't all the way she wanted to be. Diana Taurasi's getting a little older. I think this is her last year.
I think so.
So it's getting tough for the ladies, man. The squad.
They lost to Dallas.
That put them out.
Mm-hmm. That put them out on Sunday. Man. They was in the playoffs for the last 10 seasons.
No,
10 straight seasons.
Hey, man, look. If you want to tell the truth, the Mercury are better than the Suns. When it comes to winning.
They are.
Because I think they got 2 or 3 championships. We ain't got shit.
Nothing.
The Suns ain't never won nothing. Every time.
What's a big advantage when you got Brittany Griner on your team? She's like the tallest person in the NFL.
And Diana Taurasi.
Right, Diana Taurasi ain't no joke.
It's crazy.
So I wish our team this year, man, we got a really, really good chance. It's the best chance we've had since the last time we made it, which was kind of a surprise. But since probably about the Barkley 92, 93 team, that we have a stacked team like this. And a for sure, because that Suns team in 92.
And the only team that's been in the playoffs for the WNBA longer than the Phoenix Mercury is the Lynx.
Oh, they're always good, man. Minnesota's always good.
They've been in there for 11 seasons.
Yeah, and they got championships also. Yep. They're really good.
So with the Suns, a quick question. So they got on paper, they got probably like the best starting lineup in the NBA.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm.
Their bench, I don't know, kind of suspect. Would you think if they don't win a championship this year, will you think this be like one of the biggest bust teams of all time?
With the Suns?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I don't know, man. I mean, if KD was 5 years younger, I would say yes. But he is 35, 36.
He can still get you easy 25.
He can, but he is older.
Can we get enough of LeBron?
We need Booker to step up. We need not Booker. We need Aiden to take that next step, and that's what we're not for sure if he's going to do that. He looked good this summer though, playing for his country. He looked good leading that team, but we'll see, man. I don't think it would be the biggest bust ever because you got the 73 and 9 Golden State Warriors. That to me, that's a huge bust. Them boys were supposed to win a championship.
Right.
And that's probably go down the biggest bust in history. And they had a 3-1 lead, right? 73-9, 3-1 lead, and you still lose. Like
that's against all odds.
Yeah,
right
man.
there.
That's all. I mean, the odds makers, everybody had them to win, and they lost. So that's probably the biggest bust in history.
And LeBron's chasing his 40,000 points this year. So
I think right now
ain't nobody gonna chase. I don't know who gonna catch that dude on that list.
No, he not. I feel like I'm not really too sure. Like I got like a low possibility. I don't think he's gonna win another ring. I just think right now he just stat padding. So like, once he out of the league for the next 20 years, you're not gonna be able to beat stats like that. So
nope. I always said it, man. I said it like 2 years ago. I didn't think they was gonna win in the bubble. But a lot of the circumstances, set them up to be able to win health wise. I think if they had a normal season, they wouldn't have been able to get that done. But he wasn't going to be able to win anymore because I think he needs to take a little bit of a step back. But they feel as though he needs to go harder. But I think he needs to get his points down to about 20, 22 a game, and that would give him more energy in the fourth quarters to be able to take them. If you watch the games, he's trying to go first quarter, second quarter, third quarter scoring. He can't do that. He tried to do that against Denver. Like I knew they was gonna get blew out. He was gonna get tired. You know what I'm saying? By the third quarter, he was done. So he can't keep that up like he used to. And he can't carry the team for 4 quarters like he used to. So I don't know, man. For them to win, he's got to take. Can he go down to 2? Because even the bubble year, he took a step back offensively. And he let AD score more, and that was the reason why they was even better. But this year, I think he's averaged more than AD this year, didn't he? I believe he did. He put up more points than him, and that to me, that's not the formula for them. AD has to be the number one man for them to win. If he's not, they're gonna have another tough season this year. I think they're gonna be competitive this year, but I think they're gonna have a hard time because I just don't see LeBron being able to carry this team for all these months without getting hurt. Anthony Davis gonna get hurt too. We already know that.
That's just a given. He gets hurt every year.
At least he's gonna be out for at least 2-3 months.
Yeah. They say Austin Reeves is improving a lot, but you don't really know. I think he'll give you like a solid 15.
Right, exactly.
At the same time, like when you got AD getting older and LeBron getting older, it's like, who else do you depend on to go get you a bucket? I mean, he might be able to get you one here and there, but it's like, can you just put the load on him just for about a good 3-4 minutes down the stretch?
They kept D'Lo, for the point guard, didn't they? Yeah,
they did. Honestly, I would have traded him.
I would have traded him, man.
Because when he was in the playoffs,
I didn't like it. It didn't look good at all, man. His confidence was shot. But maybe they saw something, that they could build on. But I just thought that he looked, and they got rid of Schroeder, and I thought that he looked way better and way more confident in the playoffs than Russell did. I mean, dude looked
he
bad.
Just disappeared.
Yeah, he looked bad, man. So maybe another year of building, they'll be able to get something with him, man. But yeah, I think last year was a surprise that they even did that. But this year, I really don't think they're gonna get that break that they was able to get last year because they got lucky with a good trade, got some good back pieces that helped them. And I don't, but we'll see. What we got? Let's go to comic books, bro.
Then we could do the game.
You got hot mess?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do the hot mess after this.
Comic Book Corner, sponsored by
Ahsoka. But anyway, Ahsoka, what was that, episode 3 or 4?
I think so.
Yeah.
I need to catch up because I'm kind of lost.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much is really going on. They're just trying to find this ship because it has this information on it, and then at the same time, this lost Jedi between a battle between this bad guy died, and they saying they trying to find him also. So it's not really much going on, man. Ahsoka is taking on training for one of her old partners from the Rebels. If you haven't watched any of this Star Wars stuff, you have no idea what's going on. I check it out, you know what I mean, because I'm bored. I have nothing else to do. So But I thought the show is going in a good direction. You know, I like what it's doing. The third episode is pretty cool. It's not horrible. What else did we learn this week? I thought we learned something else in Marvel. What was it? I can't remember.
The one trailer came out. They was talking about.
I don't know.
They was talking about Doctor Strange is gonna take on the new plot story they're gonna take on.
Yeah, but I don't even remember much about it, so I can't really say. But yeah, so you know, a lot of stuff is on hold right now. We did find out that they're pushing out a lot of the Marvel slate back. That's what I had. What happened to that? I must didn't copy and paste that right. But anyway, yeah, they're pushing the Marvel slate back. They're pushing a lot of movies back. I forgot which movies because I messed it up and got the wrong notes. Let's see if we can find it for you. But yeah, they're pushing everything back, man. We knew it was gonna come.
It's writer strike.
Of the strike. But it's not gonna. It's unfortunately we're gonna be missing a lot of things that we thought we was going to see this year, man. It's not going to come to fruition this year. We're going to be just wishing. So all the next year stuff is going to start getting pushed back. Hopefully this writer's strike is over soon, man, because it's killing a little bit of stuff that we do have to watch, man. What was it? Marvel.
I'm ready for season 2 of Loki to come out.
Well, yeah, that's coming. I think in October, something like that.
And the Marvels. Hopefully they don't push that back.
I don't think that was on the list because they already started the marketing and everything for that. It looked like the second season of What Is and Loki will retain their fall premiere dates for this year. So those are cool. But Echo, that's going to be pushed back. The Covenant of Chaos is pushed back. X-Men 97 pushed back.
Dang, really?
Ironheart pushed back. Wakanda Forever pushed back. Yeah, man, a lot of stuff is pushed back, man, and it's probably going to be more as the strike keeps going on because these things were supposed to be in production right now, so they can finish up the last touches, but everyone's on strike, so they can't finish it. So they're just sitting right now, and I can't believe how long they're letting this stuff go, man. With the amount of money that's out here, man, I just am very surprised that they've let this go on this long without coming to a deal. The billions and billions of dollars that's being lost right now because of the things that's not being produced is ridiculous. I don't know. They need to come to the table.
No summertime.
Nothing. No big blockbusters really came out.
Has come out.
It really merged.
It's just a bunch of.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say Barbie was the big movie this year.
And the other one, Oppenheimer.
Yeah, but no one planned for those movies to be as big as they would because we probably didn't have any other options.
Exactly.
But it's whatever. You want to go to
let's run the hot mess.
Hot mess.
Get ready for the week's Hollywood Hot Mess with Iesha Rowan. Sponsored by.
We're gonna go with what is it? Get Amp Live. It's gonna sponsor. Check out getamplive.com. You can check out their streaming videos, music videos. They do photography, videography, anything that you need bass for camera work or in cinematography. Hit them up. They are the people to go to. Getamplive.com. All right, that's our people.
This week's hot mess.
That's what it do.
It's none other. I mean, we've been keeping y'all updated with this story a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Kevin Costner and his old lady, Christine, his ex-old lady, the judge ruled on Friday that Kevin will now be paying $63,209 in child support.
Holy crap. Did you see that stuff with Tristan Thompson, old lady? His ex-old lady saying that she needs $40,000 a month for child support. he's lost a lot of money because he don't have the same contract and he's not as good as he used to be, and he's riding.
And that's the thing, like.
And she's like, my money can't change. I still need the 40,000, even though he's not making what he used to make.
And that's the thing. Tristan Thompson's gonna have to go petition the court like Kevin Costner.
Oh, he will,
to say, hey, look, my income is not the same as it was now,
and she's gonna lose.
Yeah. Exactly like Christine did, because Christine, in the meanwhile, they were fighting over this the child support.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin was paying her a total of $129,000 a month during the course of their divorce.
That's not enough. I need more. You getting $100,000 for free for a month.
That's not even what she asked for. Christine asked for a whopping $248,000 per month.
You need $250,000 a month.
Telling the judge that, quote, my kids need to maintain the same lifestyle with me as they did with their father. He was taking them on private jets for vacation, so I need to be able to do the same thing.
No.
Which is exactly why the judge said, you're not getting $248,000. You're not getting $129,000 again. You finna take this $63,000 a month.
She shouldn't even be getting that, but that's
which is
cool.
Half of what you was originally getting.
Right. Somebody offered me, I'm sorry to interrupt. Somebody offered me $63,000 a month. I wouldn't even say no more.
Right.
I'll walk out of the courtroom. I'm walking out. My thing is
I can go get a job and make the other 50.
The average human the average person in America don't even make $40,000. What kid needs $40,000 a month
just to maintain?
Like you don't even probably spend $40,000 on your kid in a course of 5
that money
years.
But her lawyers was trying to say that not only the kids needed to maintain the certain lifestyle they had,
her too.
She needed to also maintain her lifestyle that she had with him.
See, that's what they think.
So now the thing is, the battle is gonna be their prenup. That's the next battle.
If they have one, she's done.
They got one.
Oh, she's super done.
They got a prenup.
She's done.
So that's the next battle now.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the validity of the prenup. They
marry into this. They don't marry for love.
They already know that if I spend 10 years with a man who is a celebrity, he make X amount of money, and I'm there with him for 10 years through whatever, I'm getting half.
You're not getting half anymore, but you're definitely getting straight. You're straight.
My thing
is, he had a prenup.
My thing about it is when people talk about maintaining a lifestyle, like what is a lifestyle like? Is it
means she has to have the same? She has to live in a mansion. So she has to eat and vacation the same as they did when they was a family.
So if you don't have these material things, are you gonna die? Like, is it a medical condition? Like, are you gonna catch cancer because you don't eat caviar no more? Like, it makes no sense. Like,
it makes no sense.
It's a lot of people.
I still want to be rich.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out here that lives a certain lifestyle, and then things happen, of course, and then their life falls apart. Like, is anybody going to give them anything for their life changing? Like,
you're not Kevin Costner,
right?
Why do you think your lifestyle gets to be the same when you leave him? You're going to downgrade,
right?
Because you're not him.
You was cheating.
You're not. Oh, she cheating. She definitely out of there. She's definitely done. Wait, man.
What else is going to be? Because she the one that filed for divorce.
If she filed, it could be he was cheating.
She filed for divorce. Before she filed for divorce, she go and I'm gonna purchase a vehicle instead of leasing like they normally did.
I know she's been
been tripping this whole time.
Oh, we know for sure. She
out on vacation with his homeboy.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I don't know who was cheating and who what.
Her.
We don't know that.
She out on vacation with his homeboy. He ain't been seen with nobody since this whole thing.
We don't know that. You don't know these goddamn people.
I'm saying it was her. That's why she asked for $248 million, $248,000 a month.
We're gonna put a disclaimer on that. Jimmy, run the game.
Oh, and don't forget, if y'all ain't seen Shaq's new music video, y'all can go check that out too.
Why would they want to do that?
Hey, somebody might want to hear Shaq's bars.
It's trash. I mean, I like Shaq. He's cool.
Let's get ready to play trivia for Loot. Sponsored by
Yo, who was this sponsored by? What is it?
Arches Media.
Yeah, Arches Media. That's fine. They are the ones that put this together. They do all our camera work and all our video. Any photos or photography that you need, if you need headshots, come down to Habari Entertainment. Artist Media will take care of you. Make sure you have some great photos. Hit us up and we will take care of you. All right, man. Let's do some trivia. Let's see what you know.
All right,
Henry.
y'all know the deal.
It's on you.
Y'all know the deal. We got 10 questions. If y'all can get 7 out of 10 right, you know your trivia. Question 1. Which era marked a switch from agricultural practices to industrial practices?
The industrial era.
That is true.
Yeah.
But it's called the Industrial Revolution, not the Industrial Era. All right.
Whatever. I got it.
What is the name of the tallest grass
What?
on Earth? And no, it ain't your cannabis flower. The tallest grass on Earth.
I'm not a horticulturist. So I don't know.
Anybody?
I have no idea.
What kind I wouldn't even know. I'm kind of bad at tests, so I know I'm bad at quizzes myself. I fail every quiz and test, so I'm like, I know I'm gonna get it wrong.
Oh man, I don't even want to take a guess on that. I don't know. Bamboo is not grass. I can't even think of names of grass right now off the top of my head. Like I don't know. I can't identify the grass. Oh look, I don't know. Crabgrass.
You say that, but the answer actually is bamboo. Bamboo is a grass.
Ooh, this dude cheated too.
Oh my! What?
Well, I mean, he got the answers over there, so.
Oh, it's up there.
Man. I know he's such a cheater.
I don't have the answers over here.
Cheating.
It's up there.
Which year? Oh, you just messing it all up now.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, we see. Can't find the right one. All right. Which year was George H.W. Bush elected president?
1988.
I know the answer, so I have my hands
that
up.
Was after Reagan?
Yeah.
Could possibly be right.
I know the answer. That's why.
What's the answer? He be cheating, dog.
Right. You know he be cheating. It is
1988. You don't even know what George H.W. Bush is, dog.
Right.
Did I not last year have an American history class?
Yeah, that you failed horribly.
I passed. What are you talking about?
You only failed. You only passed PE.
No, I passed it. Stop it. I have the transcript right here. I passed it. I passed it with a B.
Man, next question.
It's 1921.
That was right. It was 88, like I said.
1988.
H.W. Bush?
Yeah.
H.W. Bush. That's what you get for reading the question wrong, Jimmy.
It's not H.W. Bush.
Yes, H.W.
That's the question was H.W. Bush.
One-term president in 1988.
Right. All right. Does sound travel faster in the air or in the water?
What the hell? I'm gonna say in the air. That doesn't make sense in the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the air too. Well, I don't know. I'm not a sea animal. I was gonna say you can't even hear nothing in the water. Right. So how do you know that?
I don't know.
But you can hear something in the water. How do you think whales?
You can hear radar and stuff, yeah, but our hearing is not great.
But sound does travel faster in the water than it does through the air.
That's crazy. I guess it makes sense because they're doing all that stuff down there, the animals.
Which iconic movie franchise has been around for even longer than James Bond?
Star Wars.
No. Star Wars came out in the 70s. James Bond been out since, man.
Godzilla or King Kong?
I don't know. Say something weird like maybe Indiana Jones or some shit like that.
One Godzilla.
The Lone Ranger?
Mm-mm.
You going Godzilla? Dracula?
Nope.
Hold on, I have one more guess. Johnny Quest?
No.
Whatever, man.
Maybe
it is.
Scooby Doo didn't come out. It's what?
It is Godzilla.
Okay.
What?
Because I remember the clay. They used to make it with clay.
The claymation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. What's the longest non-experimental movie filmed in a single take? So once they hit that press record button, they just filmed the whole movie.
That's crazy.
Just the one take.
Damn.
Project X.
Blair Witch Project?
Mm-mm.
The Exorcist?
Hell no.
It
has to be a documentary, right?
One hint. The movie came out in 2015.
What the? That's not a good hint. 9/11 movie?
No.
I don't know, bro.
San Andreas?
No. Can I get my womp womp?
Yeah, this is insane. It's got to be a documentary, I'm guessing.
Victoria.
What the hell does that mean?
That is the name of the movie.
Oh, that's why nobody got it right. Nobody's never watched it.
That shit, man.
Ain't nobody ever never heard of it. I was like, oh, wait, what?
Victoria, what?
It's on you, Mr. Filmmaker.
What was the first movie?
Right. What was the first movie to win Best Animated Feature Film at the Oscars?
Into the Spider-Verse.
I will give you one clue. This year is the year that animated films had their own category.
I think I know what it is. I'm not totally sure. I think it's Toy Story.
How the hell is that? That ain't no goddamn hint.
This was the first year that animated films
What year?
also got...
You saying this year is?
No, 2001. 2001, this movie came out, and it's the first year that animated films had their own category at the Oscars.
Animated
it's got to be like a Disney movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So
The Lion King.
Toy Story 2. No, that came in like 90s. 2001?
Yeah.
I'll say Toy Story 2.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Shrek.
Oh shit. You don't even think about that damn movie.
What?
It's a DreamWorks movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What is the name of the literary device that imitates the sound associated with it?
What? I don't even understand the question.
What is the name
of the
literary device
that imitates
the sound associated with it?
I don't know. I don't even understand the question.
An onomatopoeia.
Okay.
These questions piss me off today.
Right, for real. What the fuck is that? Onomatopoeia. What?
Yeah, an onomatopoeia. Who created
what's dude?
The U.S. Postal
Teddy Roosevelt.
Service?
Teddy Roosevelt.
It is not Teddy Roosevelt. And you said that with so much confidence.
I know, because I thought it was him.
Without hesitation.
Ben Franklin.
No, it's not that. Was it Ben Franklin? No.
It was?
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, because he invented a lot of shit.
He did?
That shit was a guess. Oh my gosh. I just threw a name out there.
Whatever,
so much stuff that he invented.
I swear to God.
All right. Last and final question is a multiple choice.
It's B.
Which type
B.
of the following is not a cloud?
B.
I'm going to go with B too, because I ain't never heard that type of cloud in my life.
It is B.
You don't want to come in cloud.
Human. That cloud in the sky, you better run for cover.
This dude just said a coming cloud. Just.
Yeah, man. So none of us won. I think I only got like 2 or 3 right. Hey. But thanks for playing, man. We appreciate you. So, quick show today, man. I think that's all it is. That's all we got.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Yeah, man. So, who we got next week? Who coming in?
Next week, we got 2 guests.
Wow. Didn't have 1 today. We got 2 next week. That's dope.
And they're both in house. Next week, y'all get y'all's minds and y'all's bellies ready for the cheesecake guy.
The cheesecake guy.
The cheesecake guy.
Okay. Now that's the dude. He was start blowing up with his.
I first saw this gentleman on TikTok. Someone reviewed his cheesecake, and it went viral.
Yeah.
And the cheesecakes just look so good.
He's been on like CBS.
He's been on ABC 15. Yeah, he's been all over the place. But he supposedly has Arizona's best cheesecakes.
And no, they're crazy looking.
Anthony, if you watching today, we're gonna need some of them samples of them cheesecake next week.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh hell yeah.
You gotta bring us some so we can
we don't like to just look at pictures of what we're talking about. We gotta
we wanna taste some of you. We wanna taste some of your cheesecakes.
Yeah, man.
So please.
No, we just kindly
would love
ask
to tell
in the email
all of our audience exactly how good your cheesecakes are.
Tell him bring them little cups of cheesecakes too. Because they look good.
Yeah, his cheesecakes look ridiculous, man.
And then
and who else?
The other gentleman is, I think, if I'm not pronouncing it incorrectly, Elgato.
Elgato.
I think that's how Priscilla pronounced it.
He's music
or fashion designer.
Okay.
I have to get back with you to make sure I'm giving you the right information.
Right.
But
where's he from? Tucson?
Yes.
Tucson? All right. We'll get him in here,
I
man.
believe so.
For sure. Well, appreciate everybody for watching. We will get up with you guys next week. Until next time, peace.
Eddie Gobble is his name.
Eddie Gobble.
He's a fashion designer.